results were good and well accepted by the markets, Infosys went up. Yeah, as simple as that. So once you decide, what you want to be, whether you want to be a swing trader or a momentum trader, your view building exercise will become extremely simple. Okay, so let's make it simple first. For a swing trader, again, in bull markets, you wait for oscillators to give buy signals from the oversold zones. Okay, and same concept you can apply, for a swing trader who wants to sell in a bear market or in a stock which is in a downtrend. You can sell overbought conditions, okay, in a downtrending stocks or in a bear markets. Okay, so like PC Jeweler, if I open now, this is in a strong bear market, and I'm just going to weekly chart. I'm just trying to tell you, what happened with this stock few months back, or rather last month. See, this was a classic Gada, right? I mean, this was a stock which I had shorted right here, and I rode it till like 100, and then shorted at 260, rode it 100, and so on. This was this stock which went to overbought. It went to overbought, yeah, in sometime in April. Okay. And if you really see, and you must have learned the concepts, this is an office and this is a home. So a workaholic person usually spends a lot of time in the office, but a lazy person spends a lot of time at home. I mean, doesn't go to office. So a bad stock, a Gada spends a lot of time here in the oversold region. Okay, and after a long time, it went all the way to overbought. Okay, so this was a perfect swing trading opportunity for shorting here, right here. In this week. So this is how you can use your swing trading tactics. Okay, like on daily chart, I'll show you something very peculiar that was happening there. You know the Bollinger Bands, right? So there was a Bollinger Band challenge, obviously. This is PC Jeweler. That was a weekly chart. Now I'm taking you on a daily chart. Yeah. So here there was a good challenge to the bands, and stock was just zooming upwards. But then on a weekly time frame, this entire thing was under inside the bands. So the challenge though, and on a monthly time frame also, it was inside the band. You can see this middle of the band. Okay, here, which means this is a stock which is underperformer. Okay, now this is where I just want to revise the Elliott concept. Okay, in Elliott seminar you have learned about impulsive waves and corrective waves. Okay, impulsive waves and corrective waves. Impulsive waves are the ones which challenge the band, and corrective ones are the ones which go inside the band. Okay, so there was some correction going on here during this period on the monthly graph, and this correction in a bear market is typically a B, C wave. Yeah. So let me show you by doing this. I'm just taking this as an example so that you understand the concept well. So this was a B, and a C. So this was a bounce, which was some kind of a bear market rally. Okay, bear market bounce in a ABC fashion. Yeah. And then we know that A and C waves are impulsive waves. So when I go to daily chart, you can clearly see that impulse. Yeah, you can clearly see this impulse. So this is A, and sideways B, more like a triangle, and then a C wave. Okay. So this is where once you decide on weekly, my oscillator is overbought after a long period of time. I want to take a short entry, but then Elliott will give you some kind of a confirmation that yes, it's a possible ABC. Okay, and then the price action concepts will give you a courage to short. Okay, so this was the price action, which was an evening star at the top, okay, with a very high volume, high wave candle. Okay, high wave candle. There was a high wave candle, right? This one. And hence, this was a major top, and after that, this stock has been falling. And what it did, after that, it did a perfect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it did this 1, a 2, and then a 3, and probably a 4 and a 5 later. So now I don't know whether it's in a fourth wave or what it is trying to do. But then after a correction wave is over, the impulse will start. The next impulse will start, right? So this is where the Elliott concepts will help you. Okay. So if you find now a swing trader would short right here after the evening star. A momentum trader would enter after this Bollinger is challenged. Okay. After this Bollinger is challenged, and there is a only on ADX. Okay. So, and there are many students and mentees of Asta who shorted this, and one of them being even Shishir Narvekar. I remember, when Shishir was in Bangalore, he shared this trade of his, and he also showed his P&L at that time, and he had made about 1.6 lakhs only through PC Jeweler. Okay, by shorting a couple of lots. I remember that. Okay, so that was one of the good trades. So again, I hope the concept of swing trade and momentum trade is clear to everybody. I'll give another example of a momentum trade inside a swing trade. Okay, there's another concept, momentum trade for a swing trader. Okay, and this is one trade I would explain to you post budget. The very next Monday, Nifty and Bank Nifty gapped down, if you all remember. And मैंने एक webinar लिया था mentees के लिए तभी, saying that we have to be a little careful and probably markets may fall. And let me tell you, how that decision was taken. तो ये मैं view building कैसे करना है इसका एक example लेके बता रहा हूँ. I'm just giving an example how you can build a view. All right. Okay, so and then how you can be a swing trader and then catch a momentum. Now let me, everybody, very important, write down if you want, to be able to make profitable trades. Okay, to make profitable trades, there has to be a momentum on your side in at least one time frame. Okay, at least in one time frame. Either it can be a very high time frame like monthly or weekly, or it can be on a lower time frame like hourly, or even 15 minutes for that matter, for day traders or for option buyers. Okay, option buyers. So for option buyers, remember one thing, there has to be a momentum on your side on the lower time frames like 15 minutes and hourly. Okay, because yes, if you are an option buyer on a positional basis, you can still go by daily chart. A momentum if you catch on a daily chart, that's also great. Okay, so there has to be a momentum as an option buyer on your ripple or on your wave. Okay, no use of having a momentum on your tide or super tide. Okay. मंथली मोमेंटम है अच्छा खासा, बॉलिंजर चैलेंज हो रहा है, बट तुम्हारे पास अगर लोअर टाइम फ्रेम पे मोमेंटम नहीं है तुम्हारे साथ, एंड व्हाट वी कॉल मोमेंटम इज आवर ओनली सेटअप. ओके, सो लेट मी शो यू अगेन विद दैट एग्जांपल. Here when I checked oscillators, the oscillators were overbought. Okay, they were overbought. Yeah, in fact on RSI there were bearish divergences from Bank Nifty daily. Yeah, so I'm just building a view that is market going to correct after the budget, because now then let me tell you why. This was the candle which was formed after the election results, but after that there was no meaningful follow-up on the upside. So market literally went sideways. Okay, so for me, if this is some kind of an impulse, this action inside the bands, now this is where the Elliott concept comes into play. This price action inside the bands, like here it fell but took support on the lower band, forming a BKP, Bhagwan Ka Prasad, okay, with a perfect support on the daily on this gap of exit pulls. ये exit pull का gap है, and then it went up. Okay, and this is where the budget was. But then now this is where again the Papa concepts come into play. What is the Papa concept? After a up move, okay. See, there is typically, this is if you refer to a Papa book, there is one slide. I don't remember the slide number. Someone can find out the book and tell me. What we say is there is an uptrend.
Slide number 13.
13. Okay. There is an uptrend. Okay, so there is an uptrend. So I consider this as like maybe a fourth wave and a fifth wave here. Okay. So there is an uptrend. Then there is a correction. So a decent correction, a meaningful correction here near the support of gap, and then again there is a bounce near the top. So this is forming some sort of a double top, and then you see neutral patterns. Okay, then you see neutral patterns. Then what you need to do is you need to be prepared for a break of these neutral patterns to short. Okay, this is a setup given on Papa book, and this is how we use neutral patterns. Neutral patterns at the top of a trend. So this is the all-time high for Bank Nifty, and then we had neutral patterns. Now, most important observation here is the volume in this candle, the budget day candle. So there is a budget day, and there is a neutral pattern with a humongous volume, Bank Nifty, much more than last 3, 4, 5 days average. Okay, so this was literally, my antenna was like started. It was watching for preparing for a fall. And next day, what happened? There was a gap down. Okay, now on Monday, in fact, let me tell you guys, I do live trading webinars, in the morning for the WOW project team members. Now, WOW is a project, Vision, Opportunities, Winning. So this project is for Asta students. It's basically an initiative. I would like to speak about this later once we cover some market news. And I have some interesting announcements to make for all the Asta students and some mentees and booster students. So wait for some more time, for those announcements, because I'll be doing it after some time. So during that live webinar, I actually took this trade and I showed, why I'm shorting this. This is the day after the post budget. This was a budget day. And what I was preparing, one day prior to that, I had already drawn a trend line. Okay, here. This trend line was already drawn. Yeah. So there are two supports here, and then I've drawn a trend line. Why? I'll tell you why. Because I just love when the trend line is broken with a Bollinger challenge and volume. Okay, and if I have, this is very important, and if I have a view based on my higher time frames to take a position. Now in this particular chart, there was a challenge to the band on hourly. Okay. Now look at all the concepts that are playing out here. All the concepts that are playing out here. Okay. Let's see whether my SMM concept is playing out here. Yeah. My oscillator had given a sell. Okay. RSI has given a downtick. Yeah. Obviously, the daily on this particular candle, the daily MACD had also given a downtick. Okay, so daily tide has become bearish, and then I come to my Papa concept. Yeah, you can also check the moving averages, which I have learned in the SMM seminar. So on moving averages, there are 3 negative crossovers. So let me hide this Bollinger Bands. And previous 3 candles, there is a negative crossover of 5 EMA, indicating a sell signal. Okay. Also, this bearish candle has taken out so many bull candles right till this point. Okay, right till this point. Yeah. and there is a volume which is more than average. Okay, so volume dekha, moving averages dekhe, and trend line breakout is there, Bollinger Challenge is there. So now for momentum to catch, or momentum यानी क्या, उंगली यानी in less time you get maximum movement in the price, and that is why option buyers must follow ungli setups. Okay, and do not follow ungli setups if higher time frames are not supportive. Let me tell you, this entire study is so simple and it works beautifully. Okay, provided you wait for this kind of opportunities, and I'm sure this kind of opportunities you won't get every day. Okay, maybe once in a week or once in a month, but when you get those, okay, you can actually hammer big. Yeah, you can take a good advantage of these opportunities. Yeah, so there was a challenge to the band, and look at this. The ADX was up. ADX was doing an only. Yeah. I don't think I need to show you what ADX is. Yeah, this was ADX doing only. It was actually rising. And RSI was below 40. So when RSI is below 40, it's a momentum. Okay, on the bearish side. It's a bearish momentum indicator. RSI is a momentum indicator. Now when it is above 60, it is a bullish momentum. Below 60 is below 40 is a bearish momentum. Yeah. So after this, there was a follow through. After this, there was a follow through, and even this particular low was broken. Okay, there's a huge volume. So actually, I was just showing during the live webinar. This is what is happening. I had taken a short entry in Bank Nifty right at 9:18. Just within 3 minutes of market open. Well, I just love this gap down. Now there is a gap theory that we have learned in Papa seminar. There is a gap below this support, and then there was a follow up. So I added to my positions doing a pyramiding. Okay, and I also bought puts. Okay, I also bought puts of Bank Nifty. And now my target was, since this support was gone, there was no support till this point. So our target was simply this, around 500. Okay, so we achieved on this very same day, and even the put buyers made a good money. But then, very importantly, when you see price approaching any support, and then price not having a good follow up, you better exit your options, because see, जितना एंट्री इंपॉर्टेंट है उससे भी ज्यादा एग्जिट्स इंपॉर्टेंट है. Okay, entries definitely you must mind your entry, and while taking entry you must identify a weapon first. Here the weapon was clear. The weapon that the candle that challenges the band, the candle that has a good volume, and the candle that has broken a major support trend line is your weapon. Okay, and since it's a good volume, your stop loss could have been even median of this candle. Typically, we keep the target candle, that stop loss as the high of the candle. Okay, the candle that breaks or challenges the band. Most importantly, taking out your profits is very important, because then Nifty was approaching this support. Okay, and that is extremely important for an option buyer, because if you keep your options for a couple of days, you may lose out on the time value, and that's exactly what happened in last few days. And this is what I was telling even in the other in the Wow group and even the mentees. I said that I'm out of my puts. I'm booking my profits on the puts. Why? Because I don't want them to be erode in the time value. And then what happens is, when there is a rally and when there is a BKP like situation, now this was a fourth wave, so we were expecting one more low. Okay, on Bank Nifty. So on this, there's something another indicator which you can take is 50 moving average. Okay, let me delete all the lines here. So when there is again a neutral pattern, price going sideways, trying to challenge the band, but you are not going to bet on this. Why? Because the higher time frame is not with you. Okay, the higher time frame view is not kind of bullish. Okay, at this point, and hence you are not going to go long because we were here in this candle. Okay, and on daily, if you really see on daily, the 5 EMA has crossed over 13 and 26, and Bank Nifty is right here. Okay, so yes, Bank Nifty is sideways. It's inside the bands. So currently the trend is sideways, and when the trend is sideways, it is typically swing traders market. Okay, yeah. Write down one more line which you must have heard many times. In a sideways market, buy when you feel like selling and sell when you feel like buying. Okay, again I'll repeat: buy when you feel like selling and sell when you feel like buying. And this is exactly what we did today. Okay, in the Wow team also. We covered our shorts. Okay, and I was little late in covering my last quantity in Bank Nifty. I'll show you here. I had covered at 434. I was almost 800 quantity short. But मैंने आज 434 में cover किया. Okay, and I just want to wait and watch what happens. Okay. So when there was a dip here, I was expecting a fifth wave on the downside, probably touching this low or breaching that low, and then be kind of prepared to book profits and then wait and watch on the sidelines. I would really be bearish if this particular support breaches. Okay, and there is a gap down, let's say, and the Bollinger gets challenged on the downside, then I would really be bearish on Bank Nifty. But since the bands are flat, and now from the upper end of the channel, the price is at near the lower end of the channel, or support lower end of the support. I want to be cautious on my shorts, okay, and don't want to be overly bearish here. So what is my view on the markets? See, today Infosys, after the results, have really surprised everyone. Okay, while TCS went down after the results, Infosys went up. So let me just give you my view, and then obviously everybody is free to share their views. This is what happened, Infosys was for a swing trader. Now look very carefully here, and this is what was so interesting. Actually, I don't know how I missed this particular trade. I could have got it. Nifty, and I'll tell you why I could miss it. Because Nifty IT was showing a head and shoulder kind of a pattern, and this is why you must always be prepared to kind of be ready to change or be prepared to change your view as the market unfolds the price. Okay, so as markets unfold its price, we should be ready to be nimble, humble, okay, and change our hats. Now I'm not changing my hat and becoming bullish yet, all right, because my top short positions are in Hexaware and Mindtree, and both are still kind of negative. In fact, Hexaware was down even today, despite of Nifty IT going up. Nifty IT ऊपर गया है, फिर भी Hexaware was down, and Hexaware I'm still short. My major trading stop loss is like 374. Okay, but here look at this, very interesting. There was a neckline. There is a head and shoulder pattern on Bank Nifty IT. This is a head and shoulder pattern, right? There was a fall, and I was expecting a test of this trend line. So there are two trend lines which are broken. Okay, there is one trend line right from 2018 November की एक ट्रेंड लाइन है, मैं बॉलिंजर बैंड चाहिए तो निकाल देता हूँ, and there is a trend line from this neckline, which is a neckline basically. So there are two different trend lines here. I'm giving a different colors, okay? And today price is just testing this longer term trend line, which is from the red one. Okay, there is a good volume, and it's also kind of testing this neckline of the head and shoulder. Yeah, reason Infosys. and to certain extent TCS. Infosys had not made a new low. That was a major observation on this. 23rd May का जो लो है 2019 का, वो उसने नहीं तोड़ा था. So this is what one needs to use in view building process. Okay, if at all somebody had to buy IT stock, you can simply go and check what other IT stocks have done during the same period. Okay, तो अगर मैं निफ्टी IT देखूं तो मई का जो लो है, तो निफ्टी IT इंडेक्स ने उसका लो तोड़ा था, बट इन्फोसिस ने नहीं तोड़ा था. Infosys had not broken this law, and these are the concepts I kind of start teaching right from eye openers and then SMM and Papa and so on. So Infosys was outperformer within within Nifty IT. Hence, there was no way one could have shorted Infosys before the results. And if at all you wanted to short, there could have been Tech Mahindras of the world. Yeah, because Tech Mahindra have broken that law. See this. This is a May low, 2000 May का low है ये, and today market is here. Infosys is here, not market. Sorry, Tech Mahindra. Today Tech Mahindra is here, which clearly states that Tech Mahindra is a much underperformer than Infosys and Nifty IT. Hence, for stock picking, you must always focus on which stock is outperforming vis-a-vis a sector index. Okay, so you guys can note down these points. If you want to build a view, first you start analyzing sector indices. Okay, so like Nifty 50 for that matter, yes. So Nifty 50 ने क्या किया है, ये जो जून का और मई का जो लो है यहाँ पर, वो अभी तक उधर ही is kind of taking support there. I'll be building view on Nifty as well. I'll just show you. See, there is this gap of exit poles which was broken by Nifty, but today there is an attempt to capture that particular level by the bulls. Okay, and Nifty has not made a new low after this 9th September low. Okay, so my market view is little cautious. Why? I'll tell you. This could be a B, and a C wave. Okay, so we could still be in a corrective wave. Why? Because on monthly, we are in an impulsive wave. Okay, we are going along the band in an uptrend. Okay, so on daily, I consider this to be a corrective wave. Yes, we have taken advantage of this fall. Why? Because as we tell in the Elliott seminar, there are 4 waves that you can trade for. Wave A, which probably started from here. Wave A. I usually avoid wave B because wave B usually is a zigzag. But wave C I like. Why? Because wave C will be typically a more impulsive dynamic wave. Okay, compared more impulsive, more rewarding, and more dynamic than wave A, obviously than wave B, but wave A also at times. Okay, so this is the wave I really love to trade, wave C. And obviously we love to trade wave 3 also, like here. You remember after the again this sideways action, when the sideways market was there during that Pulwama attack and Balkot strike and all that, we said that probably now we are in the third wave. Okay, so this third wave is something which I love to trade. So again, coming back to the setups that I'm talking about, Bollinger Band Challenge, when a particular zone is breached, that's the level that's the setup you should follow. वहाँ पे क्या क्या देखना है हमको? Price action में we should have a very strong breakout candle with volume, number 1. A trend line should go, or a sideways or whatever trend, no trend remains same forever. Uptrend will cut. Uptrend, like here, uptrend changes to a sideways trend, and a sideways trend will again either turn to a downtrend or an uptrend again. So this was an uptrend after the sideways trend. This is a sideways trend, and then we went to an uptrend. Okay, so with these kind of concepts, it will be easier for you to build a view and buy on these challenges. there is a Bollinger challenge here, taking out two major supports, taking out two major resistances. Yeah, so this resistance was broken here, even this was broken here. Yeah, so this challenge was a great opportunity to buy. Now यहाँ पर हमको apart from Elliott, and obviously again you will check your ADX, which is Pugli setup, RSI, which is above 60 for a bullish momentum. Yeah, so this candle you can bet on, and a little bit of Elliott here will help you. How? If this is, whenever, now write down this thing. If a Bollinger Band is challenged and if you want to trade it, make sure that it's a third wave of any kind. A third of third, or a third of C, or a third of A, or a third of fifth. Okay, ideally, don't try to trade wave 1. Don't try to trade wave 2. Don't try to trade wave 4. Okay, try to trade wave 3, wave 5 at the end of 4. Okay, again I'm repeating, try to trade wave 3 like this one. Okay, then try to trade wave 5, which is typically after a triangle. Okay, a sideways action, A, B, C, D, E action, and that's also where the Bollinger will get challenged after a trend line breakout. Okay, the trend lines hoti hai triangles mein. So look for those trend lines, and that is where you should focus on. So wave 3, wave 5, wave C in that order, after that wave C, and then wave A. Wave A is also good because if you can time, if you know that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a classic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave 1, a 2. Why 2? Because this is where air strikes were happening, and market, everybody was extremely bearish in the market, talking about war, but market made a higher low. Then third comes, then a fourth comes, and then a fifth comes. So just before election results, the fifth wave was there, and then there was A, so this fifth got a little extended here, and then there was a A, B, C correction. Okay, so you could have called this as fifth, and then an expanded flat A, B, and C. Okay, but this was a tradable wave because this was a C wave, again a tradable wave. Then comes our so eventually again this was a fourth, doing a depth of correction. This was another fourth, doing depth of correction, and then started a final fifth. Okay, so this is another fifth. So now we are in A, B, and C. In terms of retracement, market का मेरा view बताता हूँ क्या है. In terms of retracement, I want to check all the stocks which are underperforming also. Today I covered even my Reliance short. I'll tell you how I shorted Reliance on Friday. See, there is a 62% retracement in Nifty after the bottom before the election results. So this bottom was just before the exit polls. We did rally, and 62% is here. Okay, if you check Nifty, my view is again not so bearish. I just want to check what happens. This retracement is exactly 50% here. Okay, so which index is outperforming? Bank Nifty for sure compared to Nifty, and hence I want to focus on Bank Nifty stocks rather than Nifty stocks. Okay, and then I go to the Ghodas of Bank Nifty. First is HDFC Bank. So HDFC Bank is, and you know what, I'm just trying to compare it with recent tops and 50 moving average on daily or weekly. So currently HDFC Bank is near 50 moving average. Okay, ICICI Bank, is above 50 moving average. Okay, and there is a BKP which is likely BKP. Okay, there is possibility of a Bhagwan ka prasad here because the Bollinger is coming like this from the bottom. Yeah, there's a 50 moving average. Also, I see that ICICI Bank making a higher low compared to this low. So I would like to see the one thing that you learned in Elliott seminar, that is in reverse divergences in a continuation pattern. So I want to see whether there is a reverse divergence. So you can clearly see a stochastic making a lower low, okay, while the price is making a higher low. Yeah. Yes. So far, see, there is no weapon yet. But if I get a weapon, I'm going to bet on ICICI Bank. Okay, I'm going to bet on this if I get a buy signal. Yeah. And check HDFC, sorry, SBI. So definitely, which stock am I going to focus on? ICICI Bank rather than HDFC Bank. Okay. And another one I'm focusing on is SBI, which is way above 50 MA. Okay, which is way above 50 MA. Yes, there is a evening star, and I'm little concerned about this breakout, which happened recently. ये breakout के ऊपर गया था price, और फिर ये evening star आया, but evening star को एक meaningful follow up नहीं है on the downside. Okay, there is a lower low. On each candle there is a lower low. This candle made a lower low, but the price went up. A lower low, but again the price not making a great low. There is a gap up, a neutral pattern, and a evening star-like pattern. So I want to again wait and watch. If Nifty or Bank Nifty gives any sign of bottoming, okay, and hence I want to know, when SBI reports earnings, because probably I believe, SBI and ICICI may report a good result this time. Why? Because price action is telling so. Okay, price action is telling so. But if they report bad earnings, then probably entire market may fall. Yeah. So yes, what I'll do now is I'll just allow you to unmute yourself, and if you have any questions, you can raise your hand if you have any questions, rather, and that is better. So far, do you have any questions?
Sir, Vinayak had asked about support and resistances. I think you covered a lot during your discussion, so that was done.
Yeah.
And someone was asking about OI data. What is bullish, what is bearish? I have suggested them to go and read the book, and it will help.
Okay, but then I'll just quickly tell you, what is OI data. Today's price action.
Okay.
Yes, I'll just show you. Today, okay, now let me give you an example of Torrent Power. Okay, so this is one stock which I spotted. In fact, thanks to Venkatesh and thanks to again Amit Bagaria, who's also part of Mentor 6 and is also part of WOW team, the WOW project team. He has developed certain scanners which are available on charting.com. And for all Asta students, I would encourage everybody to go and check charting.com. Okay, charting.com. वहाँ पर you will find a lot of scanners. Okay, and there is one scanner developed by Amit Bagaria. Okay, so you can go and check. Amit B करके शायद नाम होगा scanners का. So this is charting.com, and you can go and check. I don't want to spend my time on that. You can do some R&D there. So again, using our same simple concepts. Okay, so you can use those charts. Now, Torrent Power, not Pharma, sorry. I always Torrent Power, yeah. Now, Torrent Power is one stock which we spotted, and see, this is why I say that these setups are so beautiful and their probability of success is so high, because our scanner actually gave us this pick on this day. There was a trend line breakout right from here. Okay, there are two trend lines. Okay, let me show it on weekly chart so that it's very easy for you to understand. I'll hide the Bollinger Bands first and check here. Okay, I'll take an array, that will be better. Oh, it's not Ray. So this was one. Okay. There was a trend line maybe. And then Bollinger got challenged, even on the weekly chart. So getting challenged on weekly with huge volumes is a great sign, guys. Okay. And on top of that, 1, 2, 3, 4, these three major supports were gone. Okay, in one single candle. So I believe there is something cooking in the power sector. And please, pay attention because I'm going to give you certain picks of, certain sectors. One is power sector, and another one is rail. Rail related. Because this government is going to spend a lot on infra. Okay, so certain stocks which you may probably keep your eye on is the rail nigam करके एक stock है जो as an investment you can look for, Rail Vikas Nigam Limited. This is a very recent listing, and this is one stock you can look for. Okay, again this is from the investment perspective, and I'm not telling you I go and buy tomorrow, but you wait for some buy signals to appear and then you bet on this. But this is one stock one can keep on your radar. There is not much of technical data here, but if you find some momentum on early, okay, then maybe you can try and go and buy this. Okay, Rail Nigam hai, and then rights करके है. This is one another stock, which is a decent story looks like. So keep an eye on this. NTPC is one which may surprise people. This has fallen recently, of course, but again has come to a good levels. See, these kind of stocks, okay, you should never chase them. Never ever chase them. You can always see, big rallies are always followed by sharp falls, and sharp falls are always followed by again swings. So this is a good trade for a swing trader. Okay, you go for oscillators. When the oscillators give a buy and when the price section gives a buy, you can buy that. Okay, so NTPC is another one on the power sector, but the one I like is Torrent Power and Adani Power. Let me show you Adani Power. I like this mainly because there is some sort of a monthly cup and handle. Okay, there is a cup and handle on a monthly chart. Okay, so yes. There is a monthly में, and there is a challenge to band even on the monthly. Okay, I wish there was more volume, but I think we have to check in this month how the volume pans out. On weekly there is definitely some good volume. Okay, so this is one stock one can look at. Obviously this candle which has broken on the weekly, this could be one stop loss. Okay, 55. Currently the price is about 62. You can and this can be a good stock for a equity investment. So let me show you. You guys must have done SMM seminar and you must have used all these sheets. Okay, yeah, this reminds me, I don't want to forget, we have developed a better sheet for risk management, which I am going to cover. Let me announce few things here, and let me take this opportunity to announce before I forget. On 21st, okay, on 21st, which is coming Sunday, there is one day seminar, full day seminar on, the name of that is Panoramic Geo, where we'll be giving you certain additional simple techniques, maybe some sort of a checklist where you can, for view building and for execution, how you can go about some additional tools, including the risk management template. Okay, so do not miss that. Okay, it's just a 1 day, full day seminar. I'm going to conduct it, covering all aspects of all the 4 seminars, how to focus on specific setups, what type of trader you are, then refining your view building process, refining your execution. Mind पे भी एक थोड़ा सा सेशन होगा, and there are a few announcements which I would like to make. That is, there is a system for tracking your trades. Okay, so let me reserve this part. Let me share these things after some time, because I wanted to make some announcements. But just if you have not done some booking, do book, because it's in Lalit and it is open for all old Geo students. But we have limited seats. There will be some mentees also, so mentees, booster students. So you make sure that you book your seat in advance. The fees is only 2,000 rupees, all inclusive. And in fact, it's a free seminar. More than free, I would say, because we are not even charging you the venue cost. Even the venue charges are higher than 2,000. But we want to make sure that only genuine interested people come, and hence we are charging a small amount of 2,000. Okay, for the entire day. And then you are going to get a lot of takeaways, which I'll be sharing very soon. Okay. So do book your calendar. 21st of this month, Sunday, morning 9 o'clock we start the seminar till 5:36 maybe, and it may sometimes get extended to 6:30. Okay. And if you have not done your booking, because I heard that more than 200 people have already booked, so there could be limited seats, and just go and make your booking and register yourself as soon as possible. Okay. So यहाँ पर अभी मैं क्या करता हूँ, ये स्टॉक जैसा है, अभी अदानी पावर है. So लोगों को अभी जस्ट इशू क्या है कि people have forgotten how to do simple even equity investments or doing typical risk reward calculations. So now if this is a head and shoulder, a cup and handle break, sort of a breakout. This is a big if, because there is one major hurdle which is yet to be broken here decisively. ये जो hurdles है उसको break नहीं हुआ है, इसलिए मैं थोड़ा skeptical हूँ अभी भी. Okay, I'm little skeptical on this. 1, 2, 3, 4. But what you can do is you can use this template that we provide. Okay, entry, stop loss, target, risk. Check whether the risk to reward ratio is 1:3. So I'll show you what I did for Torrent Power. And I'll show you Torrent Power example, because I had bought the very next day after I saw this trend line breakout. And this was a trend line breakout. You see this huge candle with a huge volume, with Bollinger challenge, and with Ungli, with oscillator giving a buy, with RSI going above 460, and with ADX doing a Ungli. All in all, for me, it was a great buy. So what I decided, I am going to buy at 270, okay, with a stop loss of 260, so about 10 rupees stop loss. And first target was this. Target was this, 307. Okay, which was about 37. So I'll just quickly show you this. But we are going to give a different template on 21st of July, which is much better than this. Entry, for me, the entry was 270. Stop loss was 260. And first target was 307. My bigger target is 360. Okay. So my risk was 10 rupees, reward was 37. Max reward is this. So this is my risk to reward ratio. Now, if you have 1 lakh capital, okay, let's say you have 1 lakh capital, and your 2% loss limit is, so you stops to buy. That will be 1 lakh divided by So you would be buying 278 shares, and the percentage loss of capital would have been 2.78%. So what you do, instead of putting the entire capital there, you take only 50,000 or even lesser, so that your stop loss is your risk becomes 1.39. The stocks to buy is 139, or you may buy 150 shares. Still, it is 1.5%. You may buy 200 shares. Now this is cool. So your risk was 2,000, which is 2% of your capital. Your exposure is 54,000. That is out of 1 lakh. You are putting 54,000 out of 1 lakh, and your potential profit was 18,000 on a risk of 2,000. Okay, that's your potential profit. That's your bigger profit. Smaller profit would have been maybe 8,000 rupees. Okay, so that's how you could have taken a trade. If not in F&O, you could have taken it in this equity. So yes, again, my point is, as a momentum trader, a swing trader would not take an entry here, would rather be a little afraid. Arey, main yahan pe entry kaise lu? But if there is a Bollinger challenge with trend line breakout, with Ungli, with RSI, everything putting together, and with little bit of Elliott, like here, it's very clear. This is 1, 2. So this could be a third wave. And I'm looking at 2 higher lows. Okay. So this is 1 low. This is second, 1 higher low. This is second higher low. So this could be a third wave. Okay. Those higher lows dekhne hain. If you don't see it, you go to line charts. You will see them better. Okay. Yeah. So any questions now so far? No? Great. Now let me give you see कल मैं आपको अभी मेरा आगे का प्लान बता रहा हूँ. कल से मुझे क्या करना है, थोड़ा निफ्टी बैंक निफ्टी में क्या है. बट बिफोर दैट, सी कल गुरु पूर्णिमा है, एंड मेरे लिए गुरु है अपना मार्केट. ओके, जिसने मुझे बहुत सिखाया है, बहुत 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 सिखाया है. ओके, सो I want to, with complete humility and humbleness, I want to submit what Asta has been doing for my God. Okay, हम जैसे बोलते हैं ना कि एक जो भगवान होता है, हमारा गॉड होता है या गुरु होता है, उसके लिए अगर मैं ज्यादा से ज्यादा भक्तगण जमा करूं तो ये मेरी सर्विस है मेरे गॉड के लिए. ओके, एंड नॉट ओनली दैट, सो when I train, that is a kind of feeling I always had. I know that people come in Asta, they get trained, then they try something on their own. Many join some advanced courses like Booster or Mentorship. They are still with us and they carry that journey. So I want to briefly talk about what Asta has been doing. Okay, and I really want to share my joy with you, because yesterday and day before, over the last weekend, some unprecedented thing has happened with Asta. We had 3 SMM seminars going simultaneously, parallelly, in 3 different locations. Okay, 3 different locations: Mumbai, Pune, and Bangalore. And I'm so glad, जो भक्तगण आए थे, in Pune we had 78 people, in Bangalore we had 77 people, and I would like to show some pictures here. And in Mumbai, obviously we had around close to 450, 60. And these are some of the pics from yesterday's Mumbai seminar, okay, which happened in Lalit. Okay, and I know people thoroughly enjoyed, and there were some old students also which repeated the geo. Yeah, and yes, now this is Pune. Okay, and that's our own Mandar Reggae. Okay, and this is just second geo, just second SMM and second geo in Pune, and we had a wonderful crowd there. Okay, all happy souls, bubbling with energy. Yeah, so And thanks Mandar for sharing all the feedback, because Mandar has received wonderful feedback from the students. He shared that on the WhatsApp group, and I'm sure you will see those feedbacks even on the Facebook review. And this is third venue, the Bangalore, our own Mukesh Sharma and his battalion. Okay. And yes, thanks to Sneha, Shafika, all the volunteers, even in Bangalore, great contributions from them. We are able to grow. This is third geo program in the Bangalore, and our Asta Army is that is growing, and Asta Army being built to fulfill our vision and mission of 1 lakh success stories. Okay. So let me tell you, and is it okay if I share this, guys? Because I want to give some important announcements. What I have planned for Geo students. It's an extremely important announcement for both Geo Booster students, and I would love to know if
there is not a single no in the chat box.
Okay, great. See, guys, when I look back, 3 years back, maybe when this Mandar, Sandeep, and all these people, when Jayant Ingole joined second mentorship batch, when Avinash Warke joined first mentorship batch, I'm really grateful to him, because he's the guy who made me a mentor. Okay, the mentor in me was born that day. He's my first mentor, mentee, and he's with us right now. And that's when the whole journey started. And then slowly and surely Asta started growing. And I'm extremely grateful to the entire Mentor 3 batch also. Mentor 2 as well as 3. Because they are the ones who actually provided that initial support of being monitors. Okay. And that's where I still remember Sanjay Patil giving that word satsang. Then Mandar Rege giving the word afufa, all for one, one for all. We always used to say all for one, one for all. But Mandar Rege is the one who gave that word afufa. Okay, in one of our sessions in Mentor 3. So that's how the entire culture started building and blossoming. Okay. Then Mentor 4 came, again, people like Sadanand and, so many names there. Swapnil Vanage, Harsharaj Mahajan, and so many guys, they started taking the battle. Prasad Parolekar. Yeah, I see Preeti Chandan. There are so many names. Sorry if I miss any name, but I don't want to miss any name, but it doesn't matter. Okay. I want to be grateful to everybody who has joined Asta. And Mentor 5, all these guys, Joginder, of course, Samil ko kaun bhulega yaar. So, Mentor 5 teams have come. Mentor 5, Mentor 6, Booster guys, Booster mein there are 4 OGM card holders now. They are part of the WOW project. And I'm going to talk about a little bit of the WOW project, because, I heard some murmur, recently. People talking and gossiping about WOW project, saying, oh, WOW project mein kuch failures and all that, some murmur. So I thought of, giving some clarity on this and give, what Asta is really thinking, because it is just 3 months down the line that WOW is WOW is only 3 months down the line, okay? And it's a mission which will go on for years, and I believe ages, I would say, even after my life, I want this mission and this Asta to be alive. Okay. So in this entire journey, what has happened is people have grown, not horizontally but vertically. When I see Mukesh Sharma just told me his score, he has since WOW project has started, his score is more than 16 lakhs. Okay, in this month alone, he has probably crossed 10 lakhs. He told me 11 lakhs plus, but I'm just saying 10 lakhs plus. Last month, Mukesh Sharma's score was 4.5 lakhs. Okay, Mandar Rege just left his job, and he is recently doing, so he had bought boots. He has not yet been in the 1 lakh club, but his Jodidar, Sandeep Jarode, he entered 1 lakh club last week. He made 1.64 lakhs in just 1 week, last week rather. Okay. And he has taken a long time. Let me tell you, it's been almost 3 years. Sandeep Jarode has been struggling, but he has got a breakthrough. Okay. So I know the pain of traders. Okay. It's always, yeah, you see, getting short-term success is always possible. getting one successful trade is always possible, or two successful trades, or ek do mahine ka success is always possible, and people can talk about it. Okay, but getting consistent success in markets is something which is very, very challenging. And because I have been through that, I have had couple of major losses in my own career. Okay, so I know what it takes to be consistently successful in the markets, because market can be very nasty, and if you are not together, if you don't have a proper supportive environment, it can be very difficult to bounce back. I know the pain of a trader, because I have had major losses, twice in my career, twice or probably thrice, I would say. Once in 2008, then later in the fund management when I did a couple of crores ka losses, and then when I did even in my personal trading, later, but that was not a big loss, I would say, but in idea when I lost in one day. Okay, everything being, again, my view was right, everything was right, but still, market can give jhatkas. Okay, stocks can give shocks. I always say that. So when I look back and I see, did I ever plan for this? Absolutely not. But did I have intention for this? Yes. I had an intention that 1 lakh लोगों को success देना है, या उनके success में partnership लेनी है, part लेना है. Partnership मतलब to contribute in their success, not partnership. I'm not going to kind of, obviously when you succeed, you are going to contribute, I know. And yes, Afufa Foundation is there in the making, and then I know, and that is one of the announcements I want to make. So in this journey, what I saw is mentor 3 students, Sandeep Jarode, Mandar Rege, Mukesh Sharma. They have learned a lot from me, and then today, after being monitor for Mentor 4, being reviewer for Mentor 5, today they are handling independent units, okay, in Pune and Bangalore. I have next plan is another mentor 3 student, Ashish Khare, who has crossed 1 CR. He is going to start at Hyderabad. Okay, so that's another announcement I wanted to make. And if there are people who want to join in this journey, please volunteer for that. Please say your names. But Ashish Khare is volunteering for taking on Hyderabad, taking on the responsibility of Hyderabad. I know that after this Mentor 4, Mentor 5 students will come up.